Like this match is over, he's about to hit him with the big slam.
Again, thanks for your support, and we'll see you at the matches right here, OneWrestling.com.
OneWrestling.com's Big Slam Nation right here on OneWrestling.com. I don't know what just happened there. I'm reading stuff on the screen wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess that's apparently evident. But check it out, man. Big Slam Nation, thank you for joining us right here on OneWrestling.com. I got A-Track Brown, the dirtiest of the city. Tell him what's up, A-Track.
Bound for glory. I knew you'd come.
Did we? Do we know?
I really did.
Is it? Do we really know?
Bound for glory. I had no idea.
and of course, we got Bill Schuyler, Mr. Old School, right here on OneWrestling.com. Bill Schuyler, say what's up to the people, man.
Boom, what is up, my peoples? It's been a while since I've been on the show, and I'm glad to be back in the saddle. So
all right, check this out.
A lot of stuff going on.
Wait, and on the phone, we have a genius, a man who put together one of the greatest mixes I've ever heard in my entire life. My homeboy, my cousin, my family, Will I Am from Harlem, the king of Harlem. Will I Am, I knew you'd come. Say something to the people.
Your cousin is a cat.
Man, y'all recording?
Yeah, so watch your mouth.
Oh, gosh.
Before we get started, I just want to say that my man, he put together this nice little theme music, and I'm trying to get it together so I can put it on the PW Hustle page so you guys can hear it. And when you hear it, I 100% believe you're gonna love it.
Well, can you tell them what it's about?
It is a mix of Matt Hardy saying "I knew you'd come" and delete. we call it the final deletion completion, and I think the fans will love it. Will I Am, the king of Harlem. Do you think they'd love it?
I don't know. Hopefully they like it.
A man of few words, humble so he is.
I'm hooked already just from the lead-in. That sounds like anything that's going on with Broken Matt Hardy right now is pure gold.
And let me tell you, if you don't think that there's people bummed out about TNA possibly going out of business, when I told this to my man, who was a casual fan, by the way, he was like, "Are you freaking serious?" He couldn't believe it. He doesn't know where to stand on this right now. He's looking at me for information, and I'm looking on the internet for information, and we just don't know. Isn't that right, Billy Ray?
Yo, on that note, man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about whether or not TNA is going out of business. This is what I'm hearing, man. You know what I mean? Like, I've been out of the loop lately, so I really don't know what's going on. And what I hear is the professor comes up to me this morning, and he's like, "Hey, man, TNA might be over." And I'm like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." I think this is just to correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think this is just a ploy by Billy Corgan to what, he doesn't want to finance it anymore, right? I mean, I think he doesn't want to finance anymore. He just wants the whole company. So he's like, "Listen, I'm not going to finance this stuff anymore. Just sell it to me. Am I right or wrong?" Track, yeah, and then Schuyler.
Well, I would tell you just like this. My whole thoughts in the situation, I didn't think, and I was thinking about it this morning, I didn't think that Bound for Glory was going to happen, because I said that if Billy Corgan has to fund this thing, he's probably going to be on something like, what's the point of me funding it if I can't get the company? I'm basically paying $700,000 for a wrestling ticket, but who knows? All we know is there was a tweet from Dixie that said Bound for Glory is happening, and there will be a show next week, and there will be an announcement regarding the company. So
it's crazy times to be a wrestling fan.
And I'm sorry. Real quick, I also found out a bit of information that says Vince McMahon has some type of clause if he was to buy the library that he wouldn't want them to compete or open up another wrestling federation.
Now, I don't even understand what that means, but that's probably all speculation anyway. I want to come back to you on this.
Apparently, he did that to Ted Turner.
Okay, Bill Schuyler.
All right.
Tell us what you think. Is TNA going out of business? And if not, what's the end game here?
All right. Well, without a doubt, no matter whatever's going to happen, I believe that by this time next week, there will be nothing known as TNA as an active company. It may remain as Impact Wrestling, but again, the word on the street with this is that Billy Corgan, if it's taking control, may actually want to completely revamp and make an entire new name and start from scratch. And they're saying now they've canceled a lot of flights for talent that normally would be coming in this week. A lot of production people haven't been paid, and they're kind of looking for other production people to come in to do the job, which is not a good thing. That Billy Corgan wants to buy it flat out. He's got people with him to take up the difference. It's just a case of being able to get everything on the table with Dixie's family. I'm not saying because I don't think Dixie's really got much of a choice in it. It's mom and dad. And the other thing with this, to me, no matter what happens with this, I say this pay-per-view is going to have huge numbers because everybody's going to want to see what the hell is going to happen. Is something happen? Is Vince McMahon going to walk out in the middle of Bound for Glory?
That'll be funny.
I know they talked about Ray and was talking about Big Ray of Big Ray's show, of course, and the Big Slam Nation was talking on the Impact Rebellion show with Ben Amin that talking about that Vince only wants the library. He doesn't want the company. And that he could actually, if Corgan was to get the company from Dixie, he could wind up selling the company and all the stuff with it, as far as the library and all that to McMahon, take that money and then invest it in his new promotion. Keep what talent he wants, and the rest of them he's just going to cut loose. And to me, that sounds like something that could definitely be the case because without a doubt, they want that library because of all the stars that are on there now, especially with AJ, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode. I mean, they want to be able to show that history and be able to talk about that. So I mean,
we're talking like it's over, like it's over. Is there any way that it's not? Is there any inklings of hope that TNA or Impact Wrestling will remain a company and keep their talent and continue to produce shows for its loyal fan base?
I think Corgan it'd be very risky, in my opinion, to change the complete name of the company and basically start a new company. I could see him, they've been phasing out the name TNA for years. So for that to be gone, they call it Impact Wrestling almost the entire time anyway.
Billy Corgan wrote a song about it. You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
It goes,
Here it goes.
I want to buy TNA. I want to buy pro wrestling. I want to get paid. He did that. He tweeted it out, and that's the way it goes. I'm just saying. It's called Impact Wrestling. Go ahead, show. Go ahead, Schuyler.
Well, that song was great.
It's not me. It is Nietzsche's.
Yes. Billy, I think that he's going to keep the name Impact Wrestling, continue with the company because they already have a TV. You change things, you could lose your TV deal, you could lose all that. I think the name Impact Wrestling still means a lot to a lot of people. You come up with ABZ wrestling company. I mean, you're starting look what happened with somebody like with Jack Brown. Impact, you've already got it, and you've got a very talented roster. It's not a large roster either, so.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about that roster, right? So, some of them haven't been getting paid, but a lot of them have been getting some like new life. Like the TNA needs to exist in order for a lot of these pro wrestlers to get new life outside of the WWE. You know, I mean, we have ROH, we have New Japan, and of course Evolve and the rest of the indies out there where a lot of wrestlers are making a living. But you know, TNA is the de facto number 2, if not the number 3, depending on how you see Ring of Honor.
Judging from what I'm reading, they are definitely number 2. Yeah. Lucha Underground's, and I read this earlier, Lucha Underground's ratings have reached a new low. And ROH is still at the same spot they were before. As a matter of fact, they said that Lucha Underground's ratings are lower than ROH's. So I would have to say that TNA is definitely number 2 for what it's worth. You know, and I have some info from Gerweck.net. Can I read it, sir?
Can you read it? Yes, you can.
Can I read it and quit it? Can I read it and quit it?
You can read it and quit it.
All right. So Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer is reporting that WWE offered very little to purchase TNA's video library, and is believed that the company would want no complete clauses for a period with the owners if a sale is to go through. A no complete clause would not allow any of the owners to re-enter the wrestling business with the money they receive from a sale for a specified amount of the time. WWE average pays around $500 for an hour of footage. When purchasing other tape libraries, it's not known how much money WWE offered for the TNA library, which date back to 2002. Meltzer also adds that John Gaborik, the executive vice president of production for TNA, was the one who got WWE into play rubric work for WWE for several years after departing. So if Billy Corgan buys this company, the first thing he needs to do is fire John Gaborik.
Without a doubt.
Because that, at the end of the day, is him trying to secure himself a job, which apparently all the crap I heard about John Gaborik is true. I always thought John Gaborik was a cool dude from what I saw on Tough Enough. He seems to come off as a
we don't know him. We don't know who he is, so this is all alleged. We don't know.
Well, so. Allegedly.
No, it can't be alleged because everything that Dave Meltzer says is true. So
that is a fact.
That's what Dave Meltzer told me.
And when I heard about this earlier and somebody said Vince is a piece of garbage for doing this, I said, no, not really. When you think about it, you got to put it into this context. If I buy a tape library for TNA and they're still in business, right? Just say he buys a library, lets them stay in business. He puts that stuff on the network. Yes, the originals are gone. Joe, AJ, Rude, Aries, and what have you, Young, Perkins, they're all gone. But you still have the Hardys, you still have Abyss, and you just still have TNA in general.
And the American Wolves.
And the American Wolves. I would not want anyone to watch that network and all of a sudden switch to TNA because they think they're going to see that action. And then they get hooked on the Broken Matt Hardy thing. Now, personally, me, I would. I'm not the type of person, if I have my own business, to want to compete. I want the business to get better. But if I was Vince McMahon, I wouldn't do that. So I understand that. It's not a bad thing to do. He's trying to secure his company and make sure that even though we all know no matter how much footage they show, it's not like millions of people are going to just stop watching WWE to watch TNA because of what they saw on the network. So at the end of the day, it's not exactly a bad move. It doesn't really make him a piece of garbage. It just makes him a businessman. And that's not me defending Vince, just defending that play.
Not only that, man, how many of these guys are going to transfer over to the WWE if WWE actually does end up buying this thing? I mean, NXT is going to be stacked, to quote the professor. That's what he told me this morning. He's like, NXT is going to be stacked. And, you know, there's going to be tons of people over there. I mean,
I don't think so.
The Wolves belong there. They belong in the WWE. They need to be making some money. At least if Davey Richards doesn't want to do it, Eddie Edwards at least deserves the right to go make some money over there at NXT.
I only see 3 people going back to WWE.
All right. And
that is 4 if you count Cody. But he has that ROH thing, so I don't even know if it was to buy it, if that would hold up, like I said, on the 5-minute hustle.
He's not really a TNA
Okay,
employee.
That's what I figured. But the 3 people are Broken Matt Hardy, EC3, and Bobby Lashley and Jeff Hardy too, because
Bingo.
those three will definitely come back. Because, well, that depends if Bobby Lashley wants to. But I definitely feel that Vince would definitely offer him a contract.
Yeah,
Bobby
definitely.
Lashley
Vince
wants
would-
to fight Brock
no.
Lesnar at WrestleMania. He said this recently. So
No, Vince would definitely
Bobby-
offer Bobby Lashley a contract, and he'd be Brock Lesnar food because there's no way he's getting over on Brock Lesnar in WWE. It's just not happening. Go ahead, Schuyler.
Bobby which is a big thing for Impact. He actually was just on ESPN this week for an interview, which pretty much has been only WWE territory. So that's me as well, that something more is going online for them to have a TNA guy in an interview. But he said he's not sure if he could work the schedule that WWE has with his family and his commitment for Bellator. Now I think that's business ploy as well, because that way he's trying to get more money from Vince to secure him. Lashley right now, other than the Hardys, the most important guy that Impact has on their roster right now, because his name recognition goes outside of wrestling into the MMA world. He has the history in WWE. He's got the amateur wrestling records and the things when he was on the Army's wrestling team. And he's getting better and better every week. He's still not the greatest on the mic, but he doesn't have to be. When Bobby Lashley talks, what he does to me sounds real. You'd be like, yeah, that's the way the guy feels. You guys are a bunch of weak, guys that don't deserve to be in the same ring with him. And, I love that aspect of Lashley, but I agree with you. Bobby Lashley and especially Matt Hardy. Yeah, they'll want to have Jeff Hardy in just for whatever, but I don't, Jeff's best days in the ring are way behind him. Matt Hardy is still really healthy, and he's got a great mind, and he would definitely, I see, be someone that would wind up in the creative aspect of WWE.
Let's not rule out the appeal of a Jeff Hardy. Most of the WWE what do I say? Most of WWE fans don't watch TNA, and they don't even know that Matt and Jeff Hardy are wrestling somewhere else. They have no idea.
Know that from the delete chance.
No. There's the all right. So the IWC is strong and powerful and loud. When the Hardys come back, look at the Dudleys, bro. Everybody knew where the Dudleys were.
Where have you guys been for the last 10 years?
Exactly.
That's true.
So when Jeff Hardy comes back, he's going to get a – first off, I disagree with you, Schuyler. I think Jeff Hardy still has a lot to offer in the ring. The guy's still great. Second, when he comes back, people are going to pop. And of course, all the IWC marks are going to pop for Matt Hardy because he's rejuvenated himself. So, I mean, I would love to see the Hardys back in the WWE. I would love to see Jeff Hardy versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania. That'd be a great match, man. I would love to see stuff like that. We could benefit from that. Go ahead, Track.
It wouldn't be what we saw when he faced The Undertaker in that ladder match on Raw.
That was an excellent match, and that's what I wanted to see again. But
I'm the Wild Kid! Make yourself famous! I love the way JR sold that match. So that's what I love about that match so much. You take JR out of the equation, I'm not liking that match.
It was still a good match. JR, of course, was the A1 steak sauce on the steak.
Made it so real and passionate.
All right, man. But all right. So these people come over to the WWE, right? But I mean, those are evident that these guys are probably going to come over. I'm talking about guys like Zima Ion,
they would use him. They would use him.
Guys. I mean, they have a cruiserweight division now. Maybe they could put some cruiserweights on SmackDown too if they sign some of these guys.
I know that Daniel Bryan would vouch for Andrew Everett. I know he would want him in.
Absolutely.
So it would be nice to see that. Go ahead, Schuyler.
They're going to take what they can get. I mean, they're not just going to Drew Galloway completely was reborn when he left the WWE, went to Evolve.
Yeah, I think Drew Galloway's boring. Am I wrong? I think he's boring.
I would say
Just me.
you are.
Yeah?
Because
Yeah, I think I like him a lot, and he's
This is-
so much
this is-
better now than he was.
This is
As
coming
the
from a uneducated mind when it comes to Drew Galloway. I should tell you that. But when I do see him, I'm kind of bored by him. But I haven't seen enough of him like you guys have, so that's why I'm asking you guys.
I got bored by and because he hasn't done anything for me with Aaron Rex. So far, I haven't been impressed.
I hate the name.
I hate that name, number one. And number two, he hasn't really done anything. I mean, the feud that he just got there, but the feud he's having with Drew Galloway is not bad. It's just him so far. It's just like, you just.
And you know why?
When Drew got in there, he was on fire. Just maybe after a matter of weeks, in my opinion. Go ahead, Bill.
Aaron Rex was coming in and not being there at all from WWE until this week. And he said, I think people were like, well, we want the guy from the WWE. Where's the witticism, the wording, the all that kind of stuff. And this week he started it, and he started to sound like his original character. And I think you're going to see him continue, if the company is, he's going to continue to develop and be back towards how he was in the WWE, which I have zero problem with, because coming in and just trying to be yourself and stray away from what made you. I mean, you're a young guy in the wrestling business, period, so you don't have a rich history behind you. People want to see who you are. And like I said, I can't believe that the WWE is going to wind up buying it out. I think Corgan's going to get it. It's going to become and remain an Impact Wrestling, but you're going to see the product change a lot, because everything that was, say, being held back now won't be, because Dixie's not there.
I don't think Dixie was holding anything back after a while. Like lately, it's been good. Well, she let Corgan run the deal, so it hasn't been that bad.
And now she doesn't have the power that she had.
Bound for Glory, is it happening? And if it is happening, are you watching A-Track Brown?
Bound for Glory is happening, and A-Track will be a watching.
What do you think? What do you think about it? You'll run it down for us a bit.
All right, so here's the card. You have the Bound for Gold match, which has Tyrus, who I call something else, Eli Drake, and Rostar Spud, and I believe Braxton Sutter. Braxton. Well, but shout out to Byron Saxton, who is smashing Charlotte, from what I understand.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, so you have that going. You have the Great War with Decay versus the Hardys, and I think that's going to be epic. I think what they have in store for that is just going to be insane. This past Impact, what they did. Let me tell you something before I finish this card. The build for this thing has been fantastic. Fantastic. I don't care what anybody thinks about the matches or how it's going to be or whatever.
It's been wonderful.
It's been wonderful. It's been an extraordinary build and a delightful build, and I really give them props for how they built this. The premonition. So then you have Gail Kim versus Maria. We all know Gail Kim is going over. She's going into the Hall of Fame. Let's get some knockouts
look at
in
that.
there.
Hold on. TNA goes out of business, right? The best thing that would come out of that, I don't want to see TNA go out of business, but the best thing that would come out of that is, and I know Gail Kim's not going back to the WWE, but if Gail Kim went back to the WWE to face Asuka, oh my God!
Oh no!
Oh my God! That would be it for me.
I would love, yeah.
I'd watch
That's
that
it.
match. I'd cover it on BSN, and you'd never see me again.
We probably
There's nothing
would see
to
the
talk
greatest match ever of all time, men and women overall.
Yeah.
Because you have no. You know what? I have no.
Kudos to you on that call. I didn't even think about that. Wow.
I would have no animosity if Gail Kim just left for the purpose of going to fight Asuka. Even if TNA stayed in business from now till infinity, I would have no problem if she said, I'm leaving just to go fight Asuka. Go ahead, and then retire.
WrestleMania match right there.
Yeah, man. So you got Aaron Rex versus Drew Galloway for the Grand Championship. This is probably going to have some the ending to that match is probably going to be really compelling, being how they judge that. And you have the Miracle Mike Bennett versus Moose. And
that's another guy. Mike Bennett would be taken in by the WWE Maria real quick, I think.
I think she still has a lot of history, so that's why they didn't go in the first place. If that's from my understanding.
They would go. I think they would end up there. Bret Hart had a lot of history. He came.
Yeah, that's true. And then we have the main event. We got Lashley versus EC3, which I think will be a good match. And this is where there was like most of my gut was telling me Bound for Glory was not going to happen. But a portion of my gut was hoping or speculating that since EC3 would win, we would probably, and Billy Corgan, if he bought the company, would we see a franchise-type promo where EC3 throws down the TNA belt and erects a new belt and changes the name to Impact Championship Wrestling or something? Or is that for the next tapings? Who knows? But I had this feeling in my gut that maybe that's how because if Billy Corgan takes it, they're changing the name. That's guaranteed. So what better way? And Billy Corgan is not he's not a dumbass. This guy knows his stuff. It's like if one of us bought a promotion. He is a wrestling fan. He was an ECW fan more than anything. So I know he's familiar with that promo. So who's to say that they wouldn't do that? What better way to usher in this new company than to do that? That's just me. I would love to see that. I hope that would happen. And something just tells me if it goes down the way I wanted, that it would happen that way. In a way.
That belt has to go away because it says TNA on it.
Exactly.
You know,
exactly.
That's why I never liked that title. I didn't like the way that belt looked.
I think
I was like
beautiful.
Yeah, me too. I like the title. I don't like the big TNA letters on it, but I like the way the title looks.
I just think, that to me, it just seemed like a big advertising ploy having that.
Well, that's the point. It's the belt.
Well, let's look at the huge. It's very big. It's the biggest W I've ever seen. Look at that huge W on the WWE Championship belt. I mean, you don't get any more blatant than that, right? Anyway, I love the TNA title. Anyway, continue about Bound for Glory, A-Track.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the whole card right there.
All right.
You know, and I'm looking forward to it, man. Like let me well, you haven't been watching TNA, have you, Billy Ray?
TNA. TNA.
Bill, I direct this question to you then, since he's went on the tangent and singing again.
I am
I don't want to hear no more sounds of Rubio the Cruel.
Well, what are you talking? These are songs that Billy Corgan has written about TNA. And somehow I got a hold of them, and I'm interpreting them to you guys. I mean, come on. Has
this build been better than the build that the WWE did for Clash of Champions? Yes or no?
Oh, this build has been. I say it's better than TNA is for in the last 4 months. It's just been thing after another, and it's. You got to give over 50% that it's Matt Hardy that saved this company. And all of a sudden, with Corgan getting more power and Matt booking his own stuff, everything just started clicking. It would be a shame if the company got bought out by somebody who's just going to bury and kick everybody to the curb. But I cover weekly for One Wrestling, and I look forward to it every week. I got the two best. I got NXT and I covered TNA, and one that just to get they were in a big slump after their takeover show this time, and it was because they lost so much talent to the main roster. But now they're finally starting to turn around now, and they're getting their thing going because they see TNA and NXT seem to be on a similar track in my mind, watching both shows and trying to see what was going on, but behind the scenes and everything. But yeah, Bound for Glory has definitely been built. You just can't top the two Deletion 1 and Deletion 2, where they're titling them, were just fantastic. Just wrestling cinema.
All right,
for what it was.
Because we're going to wrap soon. This has been the TNA episode of Big Slam Nation, by the way. It's all TNA all day, all the time. Hey, listen, so I want to know from you guys right now. By the time most people watch this video, we're going to know if TNA is still around or not, or who owns it or whatever. But 8-Track Brown, then Bill Schuyler, give me your thoughts. Is TNA going to be around? 1, and 2, how? In what form will it be around? Who's going to buy this thing? Is it going to be around in the form of a tape library over at the WWE, or is it going to be called Impact Wrestling, being run by Billy Corgan, and we still have, a number 2 wrestling federation to look at? 8-Track, then Bill Schuyler, and then I'll give you my thoughts, and then we'll close. All right, go ahead, man. You muted your mic, bruh. I'm going to start singing.
No. The Illuminati.
The Illuminati.
My honest opinion is just like this. I don't know. But after reading that Vince offered very little money and is like, you can't compete, I can see, and this is no disrespect, the TNA faithful out there, you could come bite my head off, but let's be real. Let's stop with the praise of this woman. She is not the smartest woman in the business.
She's smartest. She's so smart. She's ridiculously smart.
She got fat.
Smarter.
She got fat. That's what happened.
She got fat. She was a cleaning lady. She was cleaning stuff.
Go check out her sex tape.
Yes.
She seems like the type of person that would sign such a deal.
And we had major problems with the fat. When she got fat, there were major problems.
I said this on Howard Stern.
Big problems. She gained like 70 pounds. It was ridiculous. We had to get rid of her.
There was ho-hos and ding-dongs everywhere. I mean, listen, I'm fat, but you know what? I'm a man. It's not my job not to be fat. But no, I could see her signing such a deal, but I could never see Billy Corgan agreeing to such a deal. If there's anything I feel about Billy Corgan, that dude is a man of integrity. He may be a prick when it comes to his music or whatever, a control freak, but he's a shrewd type of a business guy, and he would never, at least I think, sign such a deal. So I don't know what's going to happen, but when you talk about there's going to be an announcement regarding the company on the show, that makes me feel that Vince isn't buying a damn thing. Because I can't see, Billy Corgan agreeing that, let's say that the company's going to go down on next week's taping, and let's make everybody think that everything is good when it's really not. I can't see that. The man doesn't speak in absolutes. Are you there?
I'm here.
Yes. Right. The man doesn't speak in absolutes, and he's always vague at the end of the day. So I already knew going in, whatever he said, it was never going to be enough information to put anyone's mind at ease. So, I honestly don't know. I want it to stay the way it is, and I want it just to get better. And I know when Billy Corgan gets in, we're going to see Impact Wrestling on the road. That's what I feel will happen if he takes over. We will see Impact on the road. We'll probably still see the UK tour, whatever. But Billy takes it over. The name has changed, and it'll probably get better, and even more better and better and better.
And better and better and better and better.
And so much better. You're gonna get so tired of it getting better. You're not gonna know what to do with yourself.
We're gonna keep winning and winning. You're gonna get tired of us winning because all we do is win, no matter what.
It's getting better too much. I can't take it from getting better. No.
Bill Schuyler, I want to know, will TNA still be around, man? Are we going to have something to talk about in regards to TNA, or are we going to have to look towards the WWE Network and watch Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles versus Christopher Daniels on a loop over and over again? Let me know.
In my opinion, I say without a doubt, I think the cards have already been laid out. I think the deals have already been made. The company is going to be sold to Corgan. They're buying it. I said it earlier in the show, and I still believe it. This is all going to become part of storyline, going to help to promote and get more people to buy Bound for Glory than would have bought it before, because they don't know what's going to happen, who's going to walk out, because anything could happen. It's live. It's a which they haven't had a real pay-per-view in ages.
Since Slammiversary this year.
Yeah.
They had Slammiversary, and that was good.
This is their WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Their jewel. I think Corgan continues, remains Impact. I think he should keep it, change it completely, but all that's speculation. Nobody. He's not. There's no interview where he's come out and said, "I want to change it." Other than everybody wants TNA as the title, they haven't for a long time. Bischoff even tried to get rid of it back then, and that's when things had changed, and they made the Impact Wrestling more prevalent and changed the colors. But regardless, I say it continues to exist. It's going to change in some aspects, all for the better. Just more solid wrestling. And I think whatever things that are lacking right now, they're going to make sure that they're improved, and get the X division back on top. Get that Knockouts division moving. They're talking about changing the name of that, possibly that the Knockouts name may go along with TNA. Women's wrestling is, WWE plays for women's wrestling right now, which used to be TNA's thing. So yeah, and again, all part of the storyline. I want to see it just to find out what the hell they do on the show. But I think I think it's already pretty much done. For Vince to have offered such a small amount of money, a paltry, so we will. That's the kind of thing you do when you don't want the company, and you don't want it. You just offer like an insulting amount of offer, and knowing that the company's going to turn and walk away. Because if Vince wanted it, Vince would have made him a monetary offer that he just would want to refuse. You know what I mean? And being in this situation, so yes.
All right, cool. They'll be around.
Going through all that I just said, Impact will continue. TV tapings and everything. I wish they would have the money to be able to be live every week, but that's not a possibility. But I'm excited. I really am. It's such a wild, weird situation.
All right.
It's definitely, to me, this is the most dangerous, if you will, threat of extermination of this company that's ever happened, and it's always been a yearly thing. For years it was every spring you were waiting to see if Sting came back and signed his contract, and you waited to see if the company was going to go out of business. It went back and forth the same way.
All I know is if TNA does stay in business, it's going to shock the world.
All right, man. And we only got a couple of minutes.
But real quick, if they do stay afloat, if they do, we have to have like a celebration party, just based off the laughter of this, and this company just refuses to freaking die, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all. It's funny how this company just won't go away.
Hey, I'm happy that they won't go away. I hope they don't go away. I hope Billy Corgan buys this, and I hope it stays away from the
As do
WWE. I want something different, and I want to be able to watch something different whenever I can. So I hope that happens. I don't know if it will. I don't know, but I hope it happens. Hey, listen, man.
It's going to be called Zero Impact Wrestling.
Zero Impact Wrestling. And here's the theme song.
Siamese Dream Wrestling.
And here's the theme song. TNA's the greatest wrestling I've ever known. Can't live for tomorrow. Tomorrow's much too
I'm going to take it. Final deletion. Is the greatest. Decay has taken the tag team titles. I felt so hot.
It was going somewhere. It was going somewhere. We're gonna go to the studio. We're gonna record that. We're gonna send it to Billy. It's gonna happen. Listen, all right, man. This has been Big Slam Nation, the TNA edition of Big Slam Nation. Hopefully. Hey, listen. Let's do that. 8-Track Brown and Bill Schuyler. If TNA is purchased by Billy Corgan and they stay around, we have a on-air celebration. Bottoms up to TNA. I don't even drink, and I will for that.
And this has to be on the PW Hustle because it's going to get loud.
Well, yeah, go check the PW Hustle.
Yeah,
we'll do two versions.
You have the early edition, which is for the kids are still there, and then it's like we're all right. All the kids they're gone, or
we'll do one at 8, and then we'll do one at midnight.
There you go.
So hey, I want to give a big shout out to Big Ray Hernandez right here, OneWrestling.com. Go check out the TNA Rebellion over at WrestleZone. It might be the last one, so go check it out. I want to give big shouts out to my boy Fame Black, the professor, the glorious Professor Anthony Quintana, 8-Track Brown, the dirtiest of the city.
What up, Chuck P?
Chuck P, what's up, man? Bill Schuyler, what's up? I want to say what's up to my man Andre Corbill up there in Canada. What's up, brother?
Okay.
And I want to talk.
That is on the edge of his seat because that's the greatest Impact TNA wrestling fan on the planet.
100% agreed. Andre Corbill is that. Big shout outs to Bill Apter. Go check out the Apter chat. You know what I mean? My name is Billy Ray Valentine. Hey guys, you guys want to say goodbye? Bill Schuyler, say goodbye. Make it quick because we got to go.
Everybody, let's see what happens this weekend. Support Impact Wrestling. Buy Bound for Glory and find out for real, live in your own living room, what's going to happen. Who's coming out? What's is to be answered.
All right, beautiful. 8-Track Brown.
Yo, Bound for Glory this Sunday. Can't wait to see it. It is going to happen. We thought it wasn't, but it is. So there you go.
My name is Billy Ray Valentine, the victorious, prophetic Billy Ray Valentine, a handsome panda himself. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man. Check us out on Twitter. Links should be below, and if they're not, just check out another video from the past. Links will be there. And check out all the wrestling reporting right here on OneWrestling.com. Hey, man.
That sounds like a gay sexual position.
Listen. That's what the ladies call me. They're like, look at that handsome panda walking down the street. I just adjust to it, okay? I do this.
I'm jealous, actually. I'm stealing that. The handsome panda.
You could be the handsome coyote. How about that?
Hell, I want to be a coyote.
He's a hyena, like Bret Hart would say.
Hyena.
All right, man. It's been Big Slam Nation. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for joining me. Make sure you check us later, okay? Peace, everybody. Be safe. God bless, and God bless TNA. All right.
You got it.